Ci sono cose che si imparano da bambini e non si scordano mai. La passione è una di queste. Team e il calcio ci connettono da sempre. Lega, Serie A e Team presentano la Primavera TIM.
Sportivi di insieme dello stadio di canale di Primavera TIM Cup stasera. La situazione di calcio fiorentina nelle ore di Torino. Per il centro, il Giorgini e Santo, l'assistenza di Marchetti contro l'Ultime. Presentiamo il gol di Fiorentina, la situazione di calcio fiorentina. Numero 1 Torino, 4 della 5 Questo, 9 17 Roma, 19 Lupi, 24 Ragazzi, 29 Aventi, 33 Allegri, 36 44. Allenatore del Fiorentina U19, a disposizione del 22 il prezzo senza terza articolo 11 squadra 14 elementi seguiti 60 23 ragazzi 27 aprile 45 Torino U19 numero 1 2 mandato 5 resiste 6 testa 14 secondi 17 canale 21 Sisi 24 25 della 29 canale 77 campione allenatore del Questo
Hello everyone and a very good evening to you. You join us for live coverage of the final of the Coppa Italia Primavera as the youth teams of Fiorentina and Torino go head-to-head for this prestigious silverware at the Stadio Renato della in Bologna. Today's finalists are the two most decorated sides in the history of the competition. Torino, 8-time winners of the Coppa Italia Primavera, whilst Fiorentina are right behind them on 7 titles, and an opportunity to equal the Granata's record tonight for the youngsters of La Viola. The making of tomorrow's stars, a momentous, unforgettable occasion in the young careers of these professionals, and an opportunity to attract the eye of their respective head coaches and perhaps squeeze themselves into the first team plans for next season and perhaps even for the remaining games of this campaign. Certainly a big opportunity to see some of the most promising and brightest talent in Italy at the moment, with Fiorentina and Torino coming head-to-head in the final of the Coppa Italia Primavera. There is the cup. There is what is at stake in this big, big game. Torino looking to extend their record of victories in this tournament against a Fiorentina side that has very much been the team to beat in this competition over the last 5 years. In fact, it is the 6th consecutive final for La Viola. They won 4 consecutive times from 2018 to 2022, their reign of power ending last season at the hands of Roma. But this is a Fiorentina team that has a tradition, a history of excellence with the academy side, with the youth side. Fiorentina had to endure double heartbreak last season, beaten in the final of the Coppa Italia Primavera and beaten also in the final of the Primavera Championship, 1-0 by Lecce with the very last kick of the game on that occasion. Can Torino reconquer the crown that they have left vacant since 2018? Or will it be Fiorentina to regain control after a 1-year hiatus? A lot of big question marks as Giuseppe Scurto and Daniele Galoppa take a look at their sides, take a look at what there is to do here. And it is Fiorentina who are going to kick us off in this game. Andrea Bordin is the referee. Really exciting atmosphere for the final of the Coppa Italia Primavera between Fiorentina and Torino. The two most decorated sides in the history of the competition come head-to-head in the city of Bologna and at the Stadio Renato della. Torino are the side who are performing best in the league championship this season. In fact, Fiorentina are struggling a little bit. It has not been an easy campaign for Fiorentina. When you look at the standings, it is very possible that La Viola this campaign are not going to be able to finish inside the playoff places and compete for another title in the championship of the Primavera. Primavera number 1, of course, with the best teams of Serie A competing in that championship. Torino, meanwhile, are 6th after 27 games with 44 points. That's level with Sassuolo, who are in 5th place, 3 points behind Lazio. Lazio, a team that Torino beats in the semi-finals of this competition to reach the final. And that's given away with an opportunity for these Torino players to finally get going. A lot of excitement surrounding one player in particular, Zaneto Sava, the Cypriot, number 7. Keep an eye on him, who for the last couple of months has actually been playing with Ivan Juric and the Torino first team. Hasn't yet played a minute in Serie A, but he's been in and around the first team squad. This is another exciting talent. It's going to be a free kick early in the game, conceded by Fallou Sene, the Senegalese winger here, number 9 for Fiorentina. Just guilty. Actually wasn't Sene, it was the captain, Biaggetti. First opportunity for Torino to get a dangerous ball in front of the goal of Laerte Tognetti, the 19-year-old. 14 games so far this season. This, by far, the biggest. It's a low ball in, and it's comfortably cleared away. You have to say that Fiorentina will have been left a little scarred from what happened last campaign, beaten in extra time against Roma in the final of the Coppa Italia Primavera, and then beaten with the last kick of the game in the final of the championship, of the Primavera Championship against Lecce. We'll have to see whether 12 months later there's this element of steel and determination and perhaps ability to close out matches even if you're not winning them, which has been worked on by Daniele Galoppa. It is his first season in charge. He's got big shoes to fill. Once again, Fiorentina, a team that has had so much success with the youth team over the years, particularly recently. Sene. Biaggetti. Sene wins it back. And it's stroked back by Bianet. Bianet, the Frenchman, touching it back to his goalkeeper, Bati. And a long clearance, looking for Sava. Free kick given against the Cypriot. He will be very interchangeable with number 17 today, Aaron Chamaglichella. 9 goals for Aaron Chamaglichella, who's very recognisable thanks to his haircut. Another good player for Fiorentina, Caprini, who was running after that one. You have to say that Fiorentina are the sort of team that have the ability to score goals from all over the pitch. You look at the front four. Well, they've got over 25 goals between them. In fact, over 30 goals between them. Baronelli. Sene allowed to roll. Referee plays advantage, and it's a good advantage here. Braschi with a good ball inside. Romani. Evoli across to Biaggetti. Now Baronelli. Fiorentina looking to settle themselves in possession early on in the match. Caprini He's always a player who looks to take on the opposition. These Viola youngsters will have watched on happily as the senior side of Fiorentina managed a 1-0 victory in the first leg of the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia Frecciarossa against Atalanta. Rolando Mandragora with a sublime goal in that game to give Vincenzo Italiano and his team the edge heading toward Bergamo. It won't be easy, of course, to get the job done against an Atalanta side who are in good form at the moment. Torino looking to press a little bit. Tognetti uses Baroncelli, and it's back to the Fiorentina goalkeeper. Very touching article in Gazzetta dello Sport, which is the most read newspaper in Italy, talking about how some of these players won't have been able to get any sleep last night. Others will have been calmly impatient of getting onto the pitch, and just emphasizing what a big occasion this was, what a big opportunity. Perhaps some of them may never turn professional or have the careers they'll have, but this game in itself, a massive one. Sinnit concedes the free kick. Shaping up to be a good battle there between Felusene and Kumbiane. I have to say that so far it's the Senegalese winger who's getting the better of the French left back. Eight goals for Felusene, 19 years old, played in 25 games this season, so he's really been given a run by Daniele Galoppa, one of Fiorentina's most used players. It's a good play there to extract themselves from trouble. Harder. Fortini. It's a good ball through, well controlled. Sinnit. It's one-on-one this time with Bianet. Sinnit cuts inside. Just took it a little bit too far. Haven't really seen Torino threaten at all as NG takes off. He's not going to get the free kick. The young Swede stopped within the laws of the game, according to referee Andrea Bordin. Fiorentina just moving the ball a little better at the start of this match. Baroncelli. Now Biaggetti. That's a good ball by the captain. Just hooked away, and it needed to be hooked away by Della Valle. He was one of the highest scoring defenders the Championship has ever had, with 8 goals. Really fantastic return for Della Valle. Mendes. Looking for NG, but Biaggetti's there to just head it out of play. Opportunity to cut inside, good tackle, but it's kept by Sava. It's a good ball as well. Opportunity for a strike, and he got plenty of power behind that one, didn't he? Aaron Ciamaglichella. Crossfield ball. This one's over here. Never going to reach Falusene. Giuseppe Scurto passing on the instructions from the sidelines, looking to build on some of the good work that was done last campaign in his first season in charge. Ciamaglichella. Sava. Push that one through to Jonathan Silva. It's out of play there. Marchiaro coming forwards for one of the first times, the right back. Good cross, headed away by Baroncelli. It's one back by Ciamaglichella. Play is going to be stopped here for a clash of heads. Jevoli, the one who was caught. Out-muscled really in the air. Again, the ball played early and forwards. G runs it back. Two players on his back though, in G, and he's lost it. Rubino doing his utmost just to stop play there. I'm sure that a lot of these Fiorentina players will have looked at the likes of someone like Michael Kayode for inspiration of what can happen if you play well at this level. If you impress in the Primavera side, certainly get an opportunity later on as well. And G with a little gesture of frustration. Same can be said for Torino with Ginaitis, as that's really risky there from Fiorentina. Tognetti trying to play it out from the back, and G not strong enough to stop Biaggetti, and the captain carrying it forwards. It's dispossessed though eventually. Real difficulty at the moment to pick out Padula. Russell on the Torino side. Much can be said about the Fiorentina attackers as well. Cagey start, nervous start to the game, as you would expect, of course. Arder. Again, Tognetti, who's under pressure. Keeps his cool, though. Baroncelli. Baroncelli once more. So Rubino coming deep to collect. He's such a dangerous player, Rubino, when he's facing the right direction. Able to create all sorts of problems. Arder. Tognetti. Torino struggling to hold on to the ball. Caprini. Dispossessed legally. Opportunity here for Torino to counter-attack. The ball through one player. Keeps on going. And eventually run out of play by Sava. A lot of excitement concerning this young man. Corner comes in, not the best delivery, headed away by Rubino at the front post, back in the middle. Sine away. Good tackle. And it's one back by Torino. G. Tell that when he takes off, he's got the speed. Now it's Fadusene, the Senegalese, with a good ball forward. Caprini early, and that's into the path of one of his teammates, and the first big save of the match made by Abati. And maybe it can move in the other direction. All of a sudden the game coming to life here at the Dallara. Andrea Bordin allowing play to flow, which is so enjoyable from a neutral's point of view. Sene did what he could with that pass, to be honest. Baroncelli trying to win it back. Vianney in trouble. It's Fiorentina who is starting to up the tempo here. These two sides met earlier on in the season, and it was victory in favour of Torino on that occasion. Caprini, so much speed by Caprini, and into the arms of Abati. Russell opened the score for Torino in the first half when these two sides met in the northwest of Italy back in November, before Falusene struck in the equaliser and Gabellini put in the winner. Gabellini. Will have felt perhaps a little bit disappointed not to start the game. Vianney rolled. Sene there. G. Mendes. Della Valle. Torino doing well to hold on to the ball. And then Braski's won it back, and he was fouled by Jonathan Silva. Caprini. Baroncelli. Fiorentina still able to move around the ball without too many problems. Caprini, much like the senior side, Fiorentina eager to take the game to the opponent. And now that they've settled into this pattern of possession, they can be dangerous. Haven't had a chance to really see many of Torino's attacking creative players at the moment. Ciamaglichella, Sava, Padula and Chi have been kept in check quite nicely by the Fiorentina back line and midfield. Almost gave it away there. Padula waiting patiently on the shoulder of Romani, just stretched. That's going to be given away. Sava. Perhaps a chance to see Zanos Sava shine for one of the first times. Bianet. Still no free kick given in favour of Bianet. That's a good clearance as well into the path of Rubino, who takes off. Chase by Russell, Rubino, and a good tackle by Russell. So Russell, the American, getting his positioning right there. Tell you what, I've been impressed with Baroncelli so far. We've seen it throughout the season, but he's been very confident on the ball. Willing to step into midfield when needed as well. It's a man we haven't seen much of just yet. Padula. Mendes, his pass intercepted by Caprini. One back though, and a free kick given in favour of Silva. And you can see Ciamaglichella, who's really calling on his teammates to just put in a little bit of physicality, which is, if anything, what Torino are known for. Bianet. Mendes. Rodrigo Mendes, 18. And Ciamaglichella, 19. Very, very young players. From Bianet, only 18. Alessandro Della Valle, who's, as I mentioned, made a name for himself this season as a goal scorer, 19. Sava, Ciamaglichella, couldn't quite reach it. big article in one of the Torino local papers, Toro News, about the fact that Zanos Sava would be able to play this game, that the onus from the Torino Primavera team was to really put out the best possible 11, which is why, despite him playing and training with the first side, he was allowed to play this match for the Primavera, which is the same that happened to Genaitis last season. G. Plenty of skill for Ng. Just a little slow to release the ball. I would say there wasn't too much movement around him either. That was won back nicely. The free kick's gone against Fiorentina there. Falusene wanted a foul for a tug. These games can get quite feisty as well. We're coming back to Sava. Certainly embodies the work that's been done under Scurto and under Ludergnani before Scurto. A young man who, we're told, has been brought up with some pretty strong notions of patience and, more than anything, the belief that he will succeed as a professional. In many ways, this a prize for him to be able to play in this final, and a showpiece for him if he wishes to compete with the pros. And certainly you have to be the very best at this level. On the flip side of all this, he has been training with the first side, but he hasn't been playing at all in terms of minutes, which means that he may be lacking a little bit of rhythm, which is why we're seeing him perhaps a little tentative at time, a little bit indecisive. Stroked over the top. Cleared away, well cleared away by Russell. Cleared away eventually by Fiorentina. Caprini's header. Silva challenging there. Held up by Braschi. Now G. Della Valle. Across to Mendes. Free kick eventually does go in favour of Torino for a foul on their captain, della. Taken quickly to Marcel Russell. It's a pass that was easy to read that, and it's given Fiorentina a good opportunity to break with Sene, who's on the move. Senegalese very, very quick, and he's won the ball there. Sene still waiting, strike on target. Difficult position for Fallou Sene there. He got the strike on target, it's true, but perhaps he could have used one of his teammates, especially as he was lacking any kind of rhythm there. Free kick right on the edge of the box for Romani's foul. Badula, who wasn't 100% certainty for this game, with his most significant contribution so far in the match, winning this excellent free kick. And there's a couple of interested players here. Della, we know just how good of a right foot he has. And of course, Sava. It's more suited for a right-footed player, that's for certain. They can get it to dip, this could be dangerous. Della goes, and it certainly didn't dip. It's blazed above the crossbar, long, long way over. A wild strike from the captain. Granata not really testing Tognetti in this first half. Abati, on the other hand, has had one big save to make from Braschi. Viene. Tussling hard for the ball. Torino come out on top. Mendes first time trying to use Marchioro. Silva. Sava. Silva gets a cross away. It's off the head of the Fiorentina defence. Giuseppe Scurto can watch on as his team win a corner. Padula may have hurt himself. In comes the corner, better delivery this time. Falusini, and it's punched over the bar by Tognetti. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Torino all of a sudden just turning up that pressure cooker a little bit. Sava just making life difficult for Tognetti, blocking the goalkeeper's view, and Undoubtedly the instructions to block his path. Once again the delivery comes in and it's good. Headed away and the counter-attack is on now. It's Sava though who comes all the way back. And it's cleared. Good tackle in the end by Abati. Had to get it right, the goalkeeper. He'd come a long way off his line. That's two crucial pieces of goalkeeping inside the first 45 minutes of play for Abati. Lorenzo Abati, 19 years old, the most senior goalkeeper of this Primavera side. He is currently on loan from Spal. Russell. Again, the ball lost out there with a nice little flick. One back by Russell. Harder tidies up. The Italian with a dink over the top. Baroncelli's touch. Silva. Looking for Padula. Sava was a little slow to take off. That's going to be a free kick against Zanos Sava. Just sticks his leg out. It's clumsy more than anything. In the press here, Fiorentina do well to get out of that press. Caprini. Long way round, Caprini still. First yellow card of the game given against Marcel Russell. He actually got the ball, Russell. Wasn't a clean tackle though, has to be said. Caprini has that element of unpredictability to him. Caprini this time with the foul on Padula. Silva. Della. Coolly done by Abati again. Sava, good touch. Sava still. Trying to get that cross to that far post. It was missed by Tognetti. Silva couldn't capitalise. Sava has the vision to try and pick Silva out of the far post. And Tognetti's reaction says it all. Look at the goalkeeper here. Arms on his head. It's the same for Silva. For very different reasons, of course. Caprini, good strength to hold off the man, and that's a ball forward that causes some problems. Biene is there to clear. Shelly, Jevoli, Tognetti's header back, dealt with by della. Chamaglichella not particularly happy with Jevoli going to ground. Didn't seem like there was anything in that. That's a really good ball forward. But once again, della is there to stop Caprini from getting in behind. Cross comes in, good header, and once again Abati. Brilliant save. Not over. Abati keeping that header out from Braschi somehow. He's at full stretch. Oh, from that angle, it's even more impressive. Falusini with another header which comes close. Fiorentina with some big chances there in quick succession. Wasn't an easy chance, but he kept it down. Sava. Good control from the Cypriot. Just got away from him. Play on, says the referee. Space for NG. Good feet from him. NG still just too far in the end. He's been in excellent form recently. NG, della. Played long and over everyone. Tognetti was able to control. Big sigh of relief there from the Fiorentina contingent. He thought that maybe, just maybe, that had lobbed their goalkeeper. Just a 1 minute of added time at the end of this first half. Goalless after 45 minutes. Senit. Janet. Senit wins it back. Managed to move it across to Caprini. Fiorentina may have one final chance. Caprini. The Wolves one back. Still 30 seconds to play. Torino may be able to break here at speed. Last-ditch tackles from both sets of players. The half-time whistle goes after a cagey first 45 minutes, where it is Torino's goalkeeper Lorenzo Abati who has certainly caught the eye with a couple of very good saves. The nerves and the occasion perhaps getting the better of the 22 players on the pitch so far, but a very enjoyable game, plenty of intensity. The score at the break, Fiorentina 0, Torino 0. We'll be back after the break for the second half. Welcome back, everyone, to the Renato Dallara for the second half of this Coppa Italia Primavera final between Fiorentina and Torino. It is goalless after 45 minutes. These two sides playing out a cagey first half of football, it has to be said, with not many chances on either side, though Torino goalkeeper Lorenzo Abati, on loan from Spal, has certainly been the main protagonist of the opening half of football here, with two very good saves which have kept the score level. Giuseppe Scurto will have told his players they need to play a little bit more expansive football if they wish to come away with their first Coppa Italia Primavera triumph since 2018. There is going to be a change operated immediately at half-time. The entrance of Dalla Vecchia. Bringing confirmation of exactly who Dalla Vecchia has come on for. Looks like it's Marcel Russell who's come off. Was on a yellow card, Russell, and perhaps the willingness from Scurto not to take any risks in terms of going down to 10 men. Russell, who is in that delicate holding midfield position, of course. Opening here, and here's the substitute, Dalla Vecchia, Sava. Sava trying to glide onto that left foot of his. He goes round the outside. You want to receive the ball in those situations a little bit more often. Sanos Sava. Better start to the second half, this from Torino. Sava again for that through ball. Tenji didn't quite come off for him. Vecchia. Viene. Opportunity here for Rubino. Pecao. Farusene. Rubino once more. Bakia was creative. Ciamanichella unable to get himself in the game at the moment. Referee calling for play on, could easily be a yellow card. Overlapping run here from Marchioro. Here's Sava. The ball's put out by Fortini. Did well Corner comes in. Palmed away by Tognetti. Hooked back into the middle. It's a good play, that. G chases. Aroncelli does enough to put NG off. Free kick is going to be given there. Hit the hand of Silva. Clearly hit the hand and unfortunately stopped the ball from getting to the target. We've seen both the lower echelons of the Fiorentina Academy and the lower echelons of the Torino Academy in attendance today. A real club occasion for everyone to come out and have a look at everything. This is a good free kick. We saw Della blast one over the top of the crossbar in the first half. And the favour has been returned. Cross intercepted by Romani. He's doing his job well at the back there, Romani. His whistle brings an end to that one. Chamaglia had actually managed to get the flick. G. Della dispossessed. Torino still trying to defend, and it's another free kick that goes against them, and this one is even better placed than the previous one. Perfectly struck. And again, Abati denies Rubino. Big chance for the opening goal of the game. Silva. Mendes. Silva's header again. Fortini working his opponent. Fortini wins the corner. Good save from Abati. One which perhaps you would expect him to make. Rubino. And G, a wild slice of that one. Very easily gone into his own goal. Again, the header behind and another corner. A little bit of sustained pressure now on Abati's goal. 10 minutes after the restart. Fiorentina looking to finally break the deadlock. Corner comes in and again headed clear. Everybody just puts it behind in doubt. With most of his teammates out of position, didn't want to take the risk there of giving it away. Torino youngsters having a bit of fun in the stands. Della. Long ball forward, headed clear. Della couldn't take it under control. Rubino comes away with it, hits the space. Baraski dispossessed. Baroncelli, who again shows he's comfortable to step into midfield, even though this time his pass wasn't good enough. And G with the body feints, and now the piece of skill from the Swede. G carries it all the way. Is there a cross? There's some more skill. Fiorentina. Again, the game coming alive with Baroncelli, who's picked the perfect pass to Senefalu if it stays in, but it won't. Tempo picking up as soon as it becomes a broken and open game. Gotta say, so much skill on the pitch from these youngsters. Fortini. Braschi. Arder out wide. Biaggetti now, the captain. Deep ball into Caprini. This touch back by Caprini wasn't too bad, you know. Sava, he's won it back. Clipped over. Rubino. Sene. Raschi. Stopped by Bianet, who's having a much better second half. The Frenchman coming away with the ball now. Galloping away a long way. Too far. Della Vecchia. Sava. That tricky left foot of his. Inside he goes this time. Sava sits one down. And draws a save there from Tognetti. And she was in plenty of space all alone had it reached him. Succession of corners for Fiorentina, which didn't lead to anything. Can Torino exploit this on the hour mark? Toward the far post, headed down and somehow cleared. It's the captain who celebrates as if he scored a goal, Biagietti. And it was Della Valle's header that was kept out. La Viola's captain denying the Granata skipper. Again, the corner. The header down. Saved on the line. Disbelief from the Torino players. Biagietti again celebrates as if he scored the goal. Kept out by Biagietti twice. He just stood his ground. There might be a counter-attack on. No. Taken quickly. G. And G looking for Sava. Too quick to fire in the cross. Rubino. Another clearance there. Ball in. Good header! Baroncelli stayed forward all the way. Just didn't make sure of heading it either side of the goalkeeper. Game certainly livened up a little bit. Padula's header. Ciamaglichella. Flag stays down. Ciamaglichella trying to drift his way around. Now the cross. Another ball in, all the way through. Tognetti with the save. Sava tries to get on the end of that one. Well, for anyone who wanted more action, we've been given plenty of it. Snapshot there from Padula. And Tognetti responding to Abati's heroics of the first half. Another cross comes in. Arder. She gets away from Arder. Yellow card shown to him. Completely missed that. Chiara's free kick. Can't really be branded as an opportunity, but nonetheless. Disappointed to give the ball away so cheaply. He's come to life in this second half. Chamaglichella. G inside. Low drive. Comfortable for Tognetti, who held his ground nicely. Double the chances in the first 20 minutes of the second half than we had in the entire first half. Both sets of players unwilling to leave anything on the pitch. Sene, and there across, Abati saved it, and it's missed. That is something out of this world from Abati. Sene may have been offside, but that save there, and then the header behind, it's not a miss. The corner comes in. Once again cleared just about Silva. G, he takes off. Something almost Rafael Leao-esque. The way he runs with the ball, and he's won the free kick there. Lovely second half of football, it really is. Pace has taken up so much. Speculative balls, mistakes, yes, but so much good enjoyment. Della Vecchia. Referee says he wasn't caught, we play on. It's Sava. Sava, the skill, the drive, the ball across. Nobody there, kept alive by Bianet. And in again. Chimiachella was there. Rubino away. Chamaglichella heads on. Padula trying to get stuck in. Space on that far side, but the pass is overhit from Braschi to Falusene. Cheese header. Della just clears, puts his boot through it. Sava. Caprini. Good turn. Caprini still. Just moves it across the Senate. Senate has a man free on the edge of the box. Goes alone. Switch of play towards Sava. Again, good play. Arder caught. Fiorentina faithful inside the Renato Dallara, not happy with that. They thought Silva should have been shown a yellow card. Another Fiorentina corner. Starting to increase the corner count quite a lot. Rubino's deliveries have been dangerous. Just get the feeling like that one perfect delivery could be enough. Headed away again. Good turn. Couple of players down, we play on. It's well refereed, I think. I don't think there was much of a foul there. Fiorentina win another corner. One of their players is down, it's Jevoli. Let's have a look at this here. It's excellent, excellent refereeing from Andrea Bordin. It really is. Everybody tried to make the most of it, and the referee didn't fall for it. Which way does this final swing? Another contentious passage of play in the box. Headed away. Caprini misses the volley. Still we go on. Rubino blocked. Another strike, another corner. It is a siege on Abati's goal at the moment. Oh, one of these going to pay off. Clearance is as far away as possible. And that's really intelligent play, actually, from Bienne. Got plenty of height on that backwards header. Silva. Della, Sava. Della, trying to move it back to Sava. It's one back. Good play by Padula. Sava. That's a lovely ball. Time here. It's off the crossbar. And now the strike by Silva, which is incredibly wild. brilliant play all round from Torino, and you can understand now why Zanos Sava is in this team, just to provide moments like that. Della Vecchia almost scored from an almost impossible angle. And the first changes now for Daniele Galoppa. Arder makes way. He was on a booking. Replaced by number 8, Assa. Senna with a flick. NG. Senna not given offside. Foul there on NG. And just allow me to correct myself, it is Vitolo who's come on in place of Arder, not Aka, who plays for Torino. I've got both number 8s mixed up, so apologies for that. Instead, young Federico Vitolo, 2 goals to his name this season. Long ball forward. Chamaglichella holds it up. Played into the feet here. Badulao trying to do too much. At times the temptation for individual glory outweighing the collective responsibility just a little bit. Still receiving a little bit of treatment there for that passage of play. In the target, got the better of Bianet, and it's a corner. Heading into the final 10 minutes, slowly but surely. Double substitution now for Toro. Number 18. Sergio Persiun about to come on as the header goes just over. Falusini close, 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 but not close enough. Another excellent corner. That one was perfect from Rubino. It just wasn't headed home. How close. Gabellini, who was very close to starting the game and who scored the winner when these two met in the league, replaces Padula. Ciamaglia makes way. Persiun on. Giving away that one. Senate. Pass that didn't hit its target. Sava pairs things out to NG. Teasing ball. Agiti was watchful. Della Braschi, and held off comfortably there by the Torino captain. Another change, this time it's for La Viola. Gudelvicius on for Braschi. Ernestas Gudelvicius, 19-year-old Lithuanian, perhaps looking to be the match winner, as now undoubtedly attentions turn to possible extra time. Good skill. Prestas come on for Caprini as well. Caprini has moved in that front line. Foul on Dalla Vecchia. As we creep towards extra time, the anxiety is only going to increase. Chiaro. It's behind Caprini. Can't do much with that. Jevolius come off in the midfield for Presta and Gudelvicius. Ball forwards. Once again, it's hit the space. Mendes is going to have to be alert because this one's not heading out. Mendes protects it nicely. Marchioro. Back in midfield by Vitolo. Sava. Gabellini. And it's going to be a Fiorentina ball. Gabellini trying to get round everyone, didn't manage. Stress starting to increase not only on the pitch but in the stands as well for the respective owners and directors. Biene. It's a good one too. Della Vecchia. Torino are winning the ball a little bit quicker at the moment. Mendes. Della Valle back to Abati. G just put off a little bit as he jumped for the ball, competed. Silva. Sava. Gabellini didn't get the necessary touch on the ball. Sava, perfect with his touch. Still, we play on with only a handful of minutes remaining of the 90. Della Valle beautifully steps in there. Torino, can they stun Juventus at the death? Della Vecchia, his strike, rising, always rising. And of course, how cruel would this be for Fiorentina were they to lose in the final minutes once again, having done so in the last minute of extra time against Lecce, to lose the league last season, having done so to lose against Roma in the final minutes of extra time. This one as undecided as ever again. Caprini, he can certainly change things. Gudelsivius, his strike into Caprini. And it wouldn't quite sit for a teammate. Fortini. Pass one, pass two, Fortini. It's a good ball. Presta. Presta. Past his man, goes down and told to get up by the referee. Marchioro. No VAR, of course, in the Primavera, in case you were wondering. Gudelsivius. Gudelsivius wins it. It's a good pass, Presta. Will he attack his man again? He will. Got the cross away. Sava chases. Gabellini's there as well. Offside, Gabellini. Should have left it for Persiun. Sergio Persiun. Might have been through on goal. Let's have a look at this again. Presta. Goes down easily, in my opinion. It's too soft to give a penalty. Not enough contact there from Marchioro. Here he is again, though, Presta. This time he releases it a little late. Sava. Sava still, great skill, and still going. And still, he's got the pass as well. NG waits. Still, the strike! Persiun just come on, almost a hero. Little step inside. Tognetti this time was beaten. And there will be 3 minutes of added time. Pierne wins it. Minute 30 of the added 3 gone. Is one team going to be able to get the winning goal without it going to extra time? Or will there be 15, 30 more minutes of pleasure to come? Tired bodies out there, tested to the limit. Good Elsevius. Senate. Piene's had him, but Senate might come away from him. Senate still going and Piene gets back, but it will be a Fiorentina corner with less than 60 seconds remaining of extra time. Of added time, rather. Tired tackle made by the Frenchman. Could easily have gone against him. In comes the corner, headed away. Kudelsevius has played well since coming on. Vitolo, Kudelsevius. Goes behind. One final chance to defend for Torino, but it won't be necessary. Into extra time we go. Abati and Tognetti, the heroes in the first 90 minutes of this match. The Torino goalkeeper in the first and second half coming up with some remarkable saves. The Fiorentina number one certainly at his best in the second period. And now it is as much about the body as it is the mind and the skill. Which way does the pendulum swing now in extra time? Changes have been made. It was a very open, broken game at the end. Final instructions being received from both sets of players. Giuseppe Scurto for Torino, trying to pass the messages across. Daniele Galoppa for Fiorentina. Torino still in the hunt for a 9th title of the Coppa Italia Primavera, which would extend their current record. Fiorentina looking to become the joint most decorated side in this competition and go level on 8 titles with Toro. Fiorentina, who have arguably been the best side over the last 10 years in terms of producing results in these competitions. Winners of this competition 4 years in a row, until Roma put a stop to that last year. 6 finals in a row for La Viola. There is a culture of winning with this Fiorentina team now. Off we go for extra time. Still undecided after 90 minutes. Still goalless after 90 minutes. And therefore, it is an opportunity now for these two teams to win it in the next 30 minutes, or we will go to penalties. Mendes. Well, that's given away to Caprini. Caprini and Rubino with Sennett continue to play on. It's the midfield that's been changed. Presta on for Braschi is the only one who's really integrated the attacking players. Free kick comes in, but it doesn't beat the first man. Sava, who's been lacking game time as well, set to continue. Fidel Sevicius has come on into that midfield instead of Yevori. He's been playing well since he's come on. Marchioro. Referee allows Sava to play on. It's good feet and a good ball through as well. Sava may be offside. Allowed to play on again. And Fiorentina eventually get back. Della also added something since coming on at half-time instead of Marcel Russell, who I'm sure will be incredibly disappointed to leave his teammates and friends after 45 minutes. But Giuseppe Scurto undoubtedly unwilling to risk his team going down to 10 men after Russell picked up that yellow card. Now it's Caprini. Caprini's got the block in. And Abati's got the legs. Good defending here. Romani. Presta. Presta let it run. Lovely turn. It's going to be a free kick given. Della Vecchia. Guilty of committing the foul. Maybe slightly lucky of escaping from that without a yellow card. Cudel Servicius. Well, if he scores that, certainly writes his name into the history books. Such was the effort taken. Still we go on with the game as cagey as ever. Baroncelli, Romani, heroic in the back line for Fiorentina at times to keep out Sava, NG in particular. Here is Sava. That's a good ball. Senet with the clearance. Straight to Mendes. Cushioned into the path of Gabellini. Gabellini keeps it in play. Nicely worked. And he's fouled there, that's for sure, from Biaggetti. Free kick from Torino. Just dies on the roof of the net. Another break here. Biaggetti struggling with the physicality himself. It's a welcome breather for everyone, of course. Biaggetti's going to make way. Fiorentina's captain unable to continue. It is number 2, Vigiani, who comes on. huge clearances off the line from Biagietti in the second half. And the channel to Sava. Trying to hold off Fortini. Sava still. You do see that his ability to run with the ball is probably one of the best on the pitches for Sava. Straight out of play. Falusinit has taken over the captain's armband. And she wasn't following there. Vigiani, headed on by Caprini Mendes. With time to pick a pass. He's picked out Sava. Fortini just about quick enough to stop him. And he gets the ball away. Fortini, Presta. Clipped over for Caprini. Sene's on the move. Senate. It's a good pullback ball. Rubino's effort blocked. Space again here for Baroncelli. Never shy to get forward. Baroncelli could tackle. Vigiani, that's an excellent pass. Vigiani, time to cross. It's low, hooked away. Sava. Can his skill be the difference in extra time? It's a good pass. There's no foul. Senate. Again, referee Andrea Bordin has allowed play to continue throughout the game, and it's been great to watch. Skill there, but Presta tries to carry it a bit too far forward. Vitolo. Vigiani. Baroncelli. Only 2.5 minutes until the first period of extra time comes to an end. Offside given against Presta. Did look off as soon as he set off. Very marginally so, though. Baroncelli clears. "30 seconds left of this first period of extra time, still as undecided. Renato Dallara holds its breath for that opening goal, which at this stage may very well be the winning goal. Torino still going toe-to-toe with this Fiorentina side. Fiorentina, who are much lower than Torino in the standings. Player caught there, Presta caught. Taken quickly by Presta. Foul given there against Romani as the added minute has come to an end. Is there a final chance from the free kick? We'll go no further in this first period of extra time. Who is going to be the match winner? Who is going to rise to the occasion here in what is undoubtedly one of the biggest games of these young men's careers? The daunting prospect of penalties fast approaching here at the Renato Dallara. Real togetherness about Giuseppe Scurto and his players, or at least something that he is trying to instill. A grueling last 15 minutes await the Renato Dallara to decide who will be the 2024 Coppa Italia Primavera winners. Fiorentina or Torino. Fiorentina, who bested Roma in the semi-finals. Torino, who bested Lazio in the semi-finals. There could have been a capital derby. It wasn't to be. Instead, the two most successful teams in the history of this competition come head-to-head. Gabellini. Viene grown into the game, certainly, after being dominated by Falusene in the first 45 minutes. This guy has also become much better, even though, just as you say, that commentator's curse. Cleared away there by Tognetti. Viene again there to tidy up. Fortini. Kudelvicius. NG wins it back. Skill by NG. It's given away to Fortini. It's going to be intercepted though, but it's gone to Fortini a little bit luckily perhaps. Fortini still. Abati got his angles right at the front post there. Cramp all over the pitch. Players struggling to follow now. Sava, who hasn't played in over a month because of his involvement with training in the first team, and this is where it starts to really come at a price. Another tackle by Silva, who's been everywhere. Caprini, this could be dangerous. He's got Mendes isolated. Caprini, the long way round. Mendes, now the low drive. Gabellini tried to take it under control. It's very disjointed now. Can't really say there's any sort of formation anymore. Presta hacked down by Della and a yellow card shown to the Toro captain. That one's been coming. So Sava makes way, having certainly impressed with his skill, but unable to get the vital contribution which sees his team lift the cup, at least for now. Rubino. Presta. Presta. It'll be a corner. Headed on. Very nearly raced on by Assa. Just come on for Sava. Torino win it back. Assa has players out wide. Can they create something right at the end? Twisting, turning. Assa. NG inside, outside. Assa scoops it wide. Good ball that from Gabellini. Remember, Gabellini scored the winner against Fiorentina in the league. Assa, good turn, still. It's very plucky, the Austrian. This might be there to race on. This could be the moment. Antonietti stood his ground. Assa still. There's a pullback here. Could be a winning one. Handball there as he fell down. Vitolo asking his teammates just to get the ball up the pitch. It's been a thrilling game. The score could be a very different one. Five minutes to go. And then it will be penalties. Torino perhaps giving the impression that they're slightly the fresher of the two sides, as the atmosphere has also gone up a notch here at the Renato Dallara. Dognetti with the ball at his feet. Looking to go long toward Presta. It's good running there by Fortini. And the left back trying to come forward and win the ball. Throw in here, Torino. Flick on, looking for Assa. Vitolo back to his goalkeeper. Viene, whom at one point I didn't think would finish the game, finishing it strong with this surging run. G pushes it forward. To the arms of Dognetti, but it had crossed the line first, and it will be a corner. And it comes, headed away. Not too far. It's another clearance. Rubino. Senna's completely disappeared from proceedings during extra time. Bienne back there. See, the muscles have seized up in his legs. Very difficult to keep on playing, but there is only 1 minute left. And at this late stage, I would be astonished if anyone really pushes for the goal. It's about playing for those penalties now, surely. Fiorentina have certainly stopped attacking over the last 10-15 minutes. Both head coaches appealing for patience and calm. Headed away. One minute of added time. Foul on Bienne. Ball right in the corner before heading to penalties. Final clearance for Abati. NG. Is there a final chance for Toro? No. It might have gone for Fiorentina, but the final whistle goes, and into penalty session we go. Fiorentina and Torino remains undecided for 120 minutes of football. It remains goalless for 120 minutes of football. And now there will be the agony and the ecstasy of a penalty shootout, which probably Daniele Galoppa and Giuseppe Scurto would have happily done without. The cruelest of exercises to win a title. But a winner there must be. Who has got the fortitude? Who has got the mentality? Big questions now. The last 3 times Fiorentina have won this competition, they have won it within 90 minutes. And yet they will have to put themselves through the paces here and now. Big moment. Tognetti, Abati, 2 best players on the pitch. Contribution from both goalkeepers has been absolutely massive. Warm embrace between Sene and della. It's good to see. Nerves at their maximum here. Penalties will be taken on the right side of the pitch. Irrelevant in many ways, considering the number of fans in attendance. First penalty for Caprini against Abati, who's been superb. Caprini scores. Sent Abati the wrong way. And Fiorentina's number 36, who has 8 goals this season, 2 of them were in the Coppa, scores the first spot kick without any problems. Now it is the Granata's captain, Della. Alessandro Della, 19 years old. Huge moment, perhaps the biggest in his career so far. Della, and it's saved by Tognetti. Goes the right way, the Fiorentina goalkeeper still had to pull off the stop, and he did. It's a comfortable height for him, but it's right in the corner. Very, very good stop. And now the pressure is on. Baroncelli. Straight down the middle with power. Plays it safe, the centre-back. It's all smiles now for Fiorentina. A miss now would give these players a mountain to climb. It is Ng. Aliou Ng to keep Torino in it. Yes, only just. Tognetti went the right way. It's a good penalty. Too much pace on it, right into the corner. Abati with another big moment for him. Again, the Toro goalkeeper goes the wrong way. It's an emphatically taken penalty by Romani. The Fiorentina centre-backs stepping up here for their team. They've kept the Granata out all game, and now they're the ones with the confidence and the charisma to step up to take the penalties. Gabellini, who scored the winner in the league. Gabellini, it's in as well. Very confidently taken penalty. Fiorentina staff look on. Daniele Galoppa can barely look. Again, it's a brilliant penalty from Fortini. And it's simple now. If the next penalty is missed, Fiorentina have won the Coppa Italia Primavera. Persiun. Sergiu Persiun, just 17 years old. Does he keep it simple? Does he just put his foot through it? Persiun buries it. That's what he does. And he keeps it alive. Gives his team still that one chance. Gives Abati that one chance to do the impossible. Huge penalty, huge moment. Abati doesn't stop it, and it's Fiorentina who win the Coppa Italia Primavera 2024. And it is Rubino who sends in the decisive penalty. Fiorentina reconquer the Coppa Italia Primavera. Having won it 4 times in a row, they now add an 8th crown. One of the most consistent teams throughout the years in terms of producing this young talent. Only Roma, since 2019, have been able to stop them. They've got the job done here. Rubino takes no risks, does the simple things right, and Daniele Galoppa, in his first season in charge, wins a huge trophy. All the confirmation, the players that have come before, Dusan Vlahovic, Michael Kayode more recently, Tognetti's in tears, Tognetti's save on Alice. Side, looking to win their first title since the 2017-2018 campaign. There is the cup, there is the prize. Fiorentina's name added to this trophy for the 8th time. A joint record now held with Torino.
Ora inizio la cerimonia di premiazione della Primavera TIM Cup 2023-24. Diamo il benvenuto a Andrea Bucchi e Roberto Simpson di Lega Serie A e Simone Zafferani, responsabile della commercio Alfonso PPT, che effettueranno le premiazioni. Un ringraziamento degli ufficiali di gara della finale di Primavera TIM Cup, signor Borghini e i collaboratori, signori Nico, Ana e Marchetti.
The referees first to receive their prizes, and a massive congratulations has to go to Andrea Bordin for the way he officiated this game, allowing play to go on.
Un caloroso applauso per la squadra finalista della Primavera TIM Cup, il Torino.
And now the finalists. And a tough and heartbreaking moment for them, particularly for this man, Alessandro Della Valle. The only Toro player to miss the penalty. Still in tears as he comes to collect his medal. Be a lot of disappointment. Time to regroup. But Torino, unlike Fiorentina, still have a big part to play in the campionato Primavera U19, the Primavera Championship. Giuseppe Scurto will know that he can certainly grow from this. And now it is time for the champions. Baroncelli the first. A few standout performances, of course, in this team. Romani, Fortini, very good. Rubino, excellent. Caprini, who had the legs to go until the end. Biagietti, very strong and decisive when it really mattered. Perhaps some of these young men we will hear of and hear about sooner rather than later. It'll be the captain to lift it. Christian Biagietti, one of the older players at 20. Fiorentina, crowned champions of the Primavera Coppa Italia, the Primavera TIM Cup, for an 8th time. Winners after a grueling 120 minutes of goalless play da Renato Dallara, but they were the ones who kept their cool in the penalty shootout. I campioni d'Italia siamo noi. And the shirt there of Joe Barone in homage to the former Fiorentina general manager who tragically passed away a few weeks ago and who will have been immensely happy to watch his youth side win this title once again. It has been an absolute pleasure to bring you this game. Thank you very much for joining and for being with us. A reminder of the score: Fiorentina win their 8th Coppa Italia Primavera after a goalless draw and a 5-4 win on penalties. Thank you and good night.
Questo fatta, ce la mandi subito.
Ci sono cose che si imparano da bambini e non si scordano mai. La passione è una di queste. Team e il calcio ci connettono da sempre. Lega, Serie A e Team hanno presentato la Primavera TIM.